All right, so Luke chapter 23, verse 44. And it was about the 6th hour, and there was a darkness over all the earth until the 9th hour. All right, so 3 hours of darkness, complete darkness. In verse 45, and the sun was darkened, and the veil of the temple was rent in the midst. Right, because back in the temple where the high priest goes into the Holy of Holies, where the Ark and the Covenant, it was, it was torn in half, completely torn in half. Right. And verse 46, and when Jesus had cried with a loud voice, he said, Father, into thy hands I commend my spirit. And having said this, he gave up the ghost. Right. So he cried with a loud voice. That's when he gave up the ghost. With this, the spirit and ghost is the same thing. And right, so that's when he died. In verse 47, now when the centurion saw what was done, he glorified God, saying, certainly this was a righteous man. Now the centurion is having second thoughts. Wait a minute. Wow. Certainly this was a righteous man. Going crazy. And then verse 48, and all the people, they came together to that sight, beholding the things which were done, smote their breasts and returned. Right? Because the sun is darkened, it's complete darkness. Right? They were like, what's going on here? Right? And then verse 49, and all his acquaintance and the women that followed him from Galilee stood afar off, beholding these things. All right, so the women they stayed back watching everything. Okay, but they were seeing everything. And then verse 50, and behold, there was a man named Joseph, a counselor, and he was a good man and a just. All right, so now it's talking, we can tell you about Joseph of Arimathea. Right, he's a good guy. In verse 51, the same had not consented to the counsel and deed of them. He was of Arimathea, a city of the Jews, who also himself waited for the kingdom of God. So he wasn't part of these guys. They were trying to get Jesus crucified. He was like, no, he wasn't no part of that.